If you want to be a part of the conversation before it happens here on YouTube, click that link in the description to join the free Courtside Financial Discord. What's going on, everyone? My name's Obi and welcome back to Courtside Financial. Today we're going to do something pretty interesting. It's going to be a flashback with a flashback, but I thought this might be pretty thought-provoking given the current climate of NIO. Obviously, I'm a NIO bull. I think that the Onvo brand, the Firefly brand as well, especially the Onvo brand, are going to succeed in the mass market, helping NIO achieve the scale that it couldn't achieve under its premium label currently. So we're going to get into that. And just remember, this video that we're flashing back into is from a year ago, and then the flashbacks within that video are from over 2 years ago, I want to say, something like that. But just the thought process that I had at that time, and hopefully this can get some of the juices flowing in your brain, get you to think some thoughts about NIO, get you to question everything, because I feel like, as for myself as an investor, obviously whatever you choose to do is your own choice and should come out of your own research. None of this is financial advice, but just to get the thoughts flowing about if the Onvo brand will actually be the mega game changer for NIO. So with all that being said, we're trying to get to 10K subscribers before the year is over. We've got some super exciting content coming out. Surprise, Marty's going to come back on the channel as well. We're going to talk about we're going to have some amazing stories for you, some points that he wants to share as well. But for today, we have these flashbacks. And one quick mention right now, when I did this video about a year ago, we were referring to Onvo as Alps. That's what it was codenamed. Now that we know the Alps brand is actually going to be named Onvo, keep that into consideration as you go through this video. Alps is Onvo, Onvo is Alps, and I hope that they'll get your minds going and get you to think about things in maybe a way that you're not thinking about it, and get you to look at the other side of the coin. But yeah, we're trying to get to 10K before the year's over. Hit the subscribe button, help us out with that. Hit the like button, click the notification bell icon, leave a comment down below. Your engagement really does go a long way in helping out the channel. And without further ado, let's get into this episode. Now, as everyone knows, NIO is planning to roll out their Alps brand, which is really their foray into the mass market. So this video's topic is going to be, will NIO's Alps brand ultimately see the same fate as the other time they tried to venture into the mass market with GAC NIO? So I did a video on that in the past. We'll have a flashback and we'll kind of explore that video again. And I want to hear what you guys think in the comments, if the Alps brand will be the same thing as their joint venture where they tried to enter the mass market as well. So super interesting video coming up. And like William Lee said in the earnings call, it was pretty much an experiment. I guess it didn't work out so well because if you look at the Hycon 007, that vehicle wasn't necessarily selling well. But I definitely thought with that AR-18 concept that they showed, that could actually show some potential as a mass market vehicle. A lot of people thought it looked very attractive, myself included, but maybe that vehicle never sees the light of day. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about NIO. It's currently 1:32 p.m. Central Time here in Texas, and the stock is trading at $34.81. It is down 3.67% for the day. Three conditions: one, growth and tech stocks are being hit really hard. Two, there's a chip shortage going on. And three, there's these delisting concerns that are kind of hovering over NIO right now, with it being an ADR. So we'll talk about that later on in the week. But today I want to talk about the GAC NIO venture, and I want to talk about the JAC NIO venture, which are two completely different things, not to get confused. GAC and JAC, two different things. So recently I talked about NIO and how they have plans to release a $25,000 car, which will compete with the Tesla Model 2, which should be around $25,000. This is something that's going to happen not under the NIO brand, but under a different brand in order to kind of keep the NIO brand a premium brand and not take away from the fact that the NIO brand is a premium brand. So this information that we talked about came out earlier this month, earlier towards the beginning of March, in an investor meeting that Deutsche Bank had with NIO's Chief Financial Officer Stephen Fang. Now, I'm not going to recap that entire video, but if you want to check it out, it's still available on the channel. It was done like last week, I believe, so it's still there. But long story short, this will be a mass market vehicle, which is good because this way NIO can serve more customers than just getting those customers who are buying BMWs, Audis, Mercedes, Infinitis, things in the premium segment. Also, it won't detract from the NIO brand, so you're still getting a step up if you go with a NIO vehicle versus buying this $25,000 mass market vehicle. They also said that they don't want this mass market vehicle to be just like kind of a knockoff of a NIO vehicle, if that makes sense. So NIO actually seems to be pulling away from GAC NIO, GAC, not JAC. We'll get to that later in the video. But on this channel for the longest, my speculation was that this mass market vehicle will come from the GAC NIO joint venture. And obviously, at a point in time, they had a 45% stake. In the earnings call, William Li actually had informed us that their stake has actually been reduced to 5%. So that was kind of like the first red flag that said to me that, hey, this might not be something that's actually going to be very important for NIO anymore in the future. He also said that they are experimenting. They also had another joint venture with another company, which they reduced their stake to 5%. So basically, they're just trying things out to figure out, what's going to be the best way to enter the mass market. I'll get to why in a second, but it's starting to look like GAC NIO is not going to be their approach to getting a mass market vehicle out there. There's two pieces of information that I wanted to cover here today. So the first piece is that there's rumors floating around that GAC NIO will actually end up changing their name so that NIO will no longer have any affiliation with them. They're going to take NIO out of the name. So with that kind of rumor floating around, it's starting to seem less and less likely that GAC NIO is actually going to be something that's going to be very important for the NIO brand. There's reduced stake. There's rumors floating around that GAC NIO is not going to have anything to do with NIO anymore. And like William Li said in the earnings call, it was pretty much an experiment. I guess it didn't work out so well because if you look at the Hycon 007, that vehicle wasn't necessarily selling well. But I definitely thought with that AR-18 concept that they showed, that could actually show some potential as a mass market vehicle. A lot of people thought it looked very attractive, myself included, but maybe that vehicle never sees the light of day. As GAC NIO, maybe it's just whatever GAC chooses to do with this joint venture. We see that William Li has stepped down from his position in GAC NIO as the company's legal representative as well. So, it's kind of just like a cutting all ties thing. I'm just getting everything set up and we'll get back to business as usual. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. Like I said, I want to know what you guys think. And as always, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.